Trump attacks Pakistan deceit in first tweet of the year. President Donald Trump has accused Pakistan of lying and deceiving the United States while receiving billions of dollars in foreign aid. In his first tweet of the year, he also alleged Pakistan harbored terrorists. Pakistan reacted angrily to the tweet, saying all the funding was accounted for and that Mr. Trump was bitter due to the U.S. defeat in Afghanistan. The U.S. is considering withholding more than 250 meters £185 million in aid that it delayed sending to Islamabad in August. The move is being considered due to Pakistan's perceived failure to crack down more effectively on terror groups, the New York Times reports. President Trump complained that the U.S. had foolishly given over $33 billion in aid in the past 15 years but had received only lies and deceit in return, accusing Pakistan of providing a safe haven for terrorists whom the U.S. was hunting in Afghanistan. Pakistan's Foreign Minister Khawaja Asif told Pakistan's GOTV, "We have already told the U.S. that we will not do more, so Trump's no more does not hold any importance. Pakistan is ready to publicly provide every detail of the U.S. aid that it has received." U.S. Ambassador to Pakistan David Hale was summoned to the Foreign Office on Monday to hear a protest over Mr. Trump's tweet. Defense Minister Karim Dastur Khan tweeted that the U.S. had given Pakistan nothing but invective mistrust. Mr. Trump has criticized Pakistan for offering a safe haven to terrorists in the past. Tillerson piles pressure on Pakistan. U.S. rhetoric on Pakistan raises serious questions. In a speech in August, he said, "We have been paying Pakistan billions and billions of dollars at the same time they are housing the very terrorists that we are fighting. It is time for Pakistan to demonstrate its commitment to civilization, order, and to peace," he added. U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has also put pressure on Pakistan over its perceived backing for the Taliban in Afghanistan. The U.S. is a key ally to the country, which enjoys a special status as a non-NATO alliance partner, but Mr. Tillerson has said aid funding could be on the table for discussion if in fact they are unwilling to change their posture or change their approach to how they are dealing with the numerous terrorist organizations that find safe haven in Pakistan. Pakistan has already had millions of dollars of U.S. aid withheld for allegedly not taking enough action against the Taliban-allied Haqqani network. The New York Times said U.S. officials had been denied access to a member of the organization who they believed could help with information on an American hostage. The Afghan ambassador to the U.S. Hamdullah Mohib and former Afghan President Hamid Karzai both welcomed Mr. Trump's latest tweet. Mr. Karzai said the tweet on Pakistan's duplicitous position over the past 15 years is vindication that the war on terror is not in bombing Afghan villages and homes but in the sanctuaries beyond Afghanistan. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here. Explosives attack in Indian-administered Jammu and Kashmir, which injured 17 people, the U.S. State Department said. U.S. citizens are now prohibited from engaging in any transaction with Salahuddin, and all of the 71-year-old's property and assets subject to the U.S. jurisdiction will be blocked. It was clear that the grounds had shifted, and Trump wasn't viewing Pakistan with the same rose-tinted glasses as he once did. New South Asia policy. But things really took a head in August, when Trump unveiled his new South Asia strategy. For its part, Pakistan often gives safe haven to agents of chaos, violence, and terror. The threat is worse because Pakistan and India are two nuclear-armed states whose tense relations threaten to spiral into conflict. And that could happen, Trump had said. We can no longer be silent about Pakistan's safe havens for terrorist organizations, the Taliban, and other groups that pose a threat to the region and beyond. Pakistan has much to gain from partnering with our effort in Afghanistan. It has much to lose by continuing to harbor criminals and terrorists, he had said. Pakistan has much to gain from partnering with our effort in Afghanistan. It has much to lose by continuing to harbor terrorists. These comments were, as was expected, met with a stern reaction from Pakistan. Pakistan on Tuesday suspended bilateral talks and visits with the United States. According to The Nation, Pakistan Foreign Minister Khawaja Asif informed a Senate committee that the government had to take such a decision as a protest against Trump's comments against Pakistan. According to the report, Khawaja told the committee that Trump was not willing to accept Pakistan's stance that India is harboring terror havens in Afghanistan to destabilize the country. A top U.S. official's visit to Islamabad was also postponed at the request of the Pakistan government amid anti-American protests in Karachi. Friends again? A month later, however, Trump swung back the other way, saying he's starting to develop a much better understanding with Pakistan and its leaders. Taking to Twitter, Trump had posted, "Starting to develop a much better relationship with Pakistan and its leaders. I want to thank them for their cooperation on many fronts. I have openly said Pakistan took tremendous advantage of our country for many years, but we're starting to have a real relationship with Pakistan, and they're to respect us as a nation again. And so are other nations," Trump said. "They are starting to respect the U.S. again," he said, thanking the leaders of Pakistan for what they've been doing. "In this administration, we will call evil by its name," he said. Foes again? But the turn of the year seems to have changed Trump's mind all over again. On New Year's Day, Trump took to Twitter again to lash out at Pakistan, this time in an unusually stern manner. "The United States has foolishly given Pakistan more than 33 billion in aid over the last 15 years, and they have given us nothing but lies and deceit, thinking of our leaders as fools. They give safe haven to the terrorists we hunt in Afghanistan, with little help. No more," he wrote, as part of his New Year message. And it wasn't just the statement this time. Washington also followed this up with action. The U.S. suspended its $225 million military aid to Pakistan. The U.S. does not plan to spend the $255 million in FY 2016 in foreign military financing for Pakistan at this time, a senior administration official told PTI on conditions of anonymity. The president has made clear the U.S. expects Pakistan to take decisive action against terrorists and militants on its soil, and that Pakistan's actions in support of the South Asia strategy will ultimately determine the trajectory of our relationship, including future security assistance, he said. The U.S. administration continues to review Pakistan's level of cooperation, the official said, with inputs from agencies. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here. The American Institute for Economic Research commended Trump's first-year regulatory victories, especially reductions in red tape wrapping up sectors of the economy ties to environment, energy and labor. His opening salvo was filled with dark musing about nationalism, trade protection as the basis of prosperity, the need for law and order crackdowns, a call for New Deal-style infrastructure projects, and a hint of populist-fueled centralization, Tucker wrote in a recent editorial. The ethos of what has actually been accomplished is not buy and hire American, it is more from the Reagan-era get government off our backs. In this respect, there has been notable progress, and there's certainly more to come. The Trump administration's plan going forward is detailed in the recently released Unified Agenda of Regulatory and Deregulatory Actions. The 579 actions outlined in the ambitious roadmap include 448 which are deregulatory and 131 that are regulatory. For the average American, this simply means that we will be less safe, Gilbert told the news. We expect these agencies, our government, to be on our side, the side of the taxpayers. The idea that instead of performing those duties the agencies will be focused on taking away those protections in the interest of big business is the issue. The Trump administration, with only days left in 2017, wasn't done dismantling Obama-era regulations. On Friday, the Bureau of Safety and Environmental Enforcement published rules that will rescind regulations meant to improve the safety of offshore oil and natural gas drilling. The rules were put in place following the 2010 Deepwater Horizon disaster that killed 11 people and caused the worst oil spill in American history. Rolling back the oversight could save the energy industry $228 million over 10 years and help reverse some measures companies consider too burdensome, according to the Bureau. Environmentalists and safety experts were astounded how far the Trump administration seems willing to go to appease business leaders and energy giants. Rolling back drilling safety standards while expanding offshore leasing is a recipe for disaster, Miyoko Sakashida, director of the Oceans Program at the Center for Biological Diversity, said in a statement. By tossing aside the lessons from the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, Trump is putting our coasts and wildlife at risk of more deadly oil spills. Reversing offshore safety rules isn't just deregulation, it's willful ignorance. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here.